had enough, man. I don't know what's going on, guys. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. I've been trying my best. Is the sound back? Is the sound back, guys? Is the sound back? Let me know. Oh my god. What's going on? Is it back? Is it back? Okay, okay, okay. I don't know what it is, man. FSG's got hold of me. You know what I mean? I've been trashing on them, innit? So damn you, FSG. You disgraceful owners. You disgraceful owners, man. You done me too. I knew, man. They're in charge of everything, Americans, isn't it? They're in charge of everything. They're even trying to get hold of me right now. No, we can't have Fozi talking about us anymore. Let's get him cancelled. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, as you can see on the screen, guys, like right there, Strand Larson is having a medical at Crystal Palace. That's one of the big transfers that's coming up. Appreciate it, Clive. Appreciate the super chat, bro. I know, like, I don't know where it is, my guy. Come on. Everything should be all right. But for some reason, you know, for some reason, it doesn't allow me, bro. It doesn't allow me. But appreciate the £2 for giving me a heads up, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so that's how it is with the transfers far from what I can see. But every time, you know, the yellow and black thing comes on Sky, I'll let you guys know. Wow, Wolverhampton. Yeah, it's about, I think it's about 48 million he's going for. So, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, guys, I appreciate what you guys have done for me in the last couple of days, man. I couldn't wish for any more than what I've been getting, the support on here, man. Goodness gracious me, guys. Like, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And thank you, man. Thank you for, you know, supporting me yesterday, man. 2 streams. It was like, you know, successful, like getting to the 1,000 mark, 2,000 mark, and all that stuff. So, yeah, man, that's the whole aim of this channel, isn't it? That's what I've been trying to do for a while. Like, I've been trying to fight hard to do a consistent streams. You know what I mean? But I just can't commit for some reason, man, because the job that I do, I think I bring something. I don't think I'm the best at anything, but I think I talk about football in a sensible way. I don't think, you know, I beat around the bush and tell you guys lies how I feel, or, you know, how you feel, my response to your, reaction into regards how the season is going and all that stuff. And now I've changed my channel to Fozi TV, so I could interact with, you know, fans from all around the world. It don't have to be just Liverpool. You know, it could be anyone that's, you know, that supports a different club. I have an opinion on their football club in an honest way. I don't want to do it in a banter way all the time. I can be honest at the same time as well. Yeah, but sorry about the sound, guys. But I should look at the comments more often, which I don't. I think I'm already prepared. You know what I mean? I just wait for people to come on to the channel, you know, the comments start going, then I'll reply to it, if you know what I mean. For some reason, it's been like that for a while. And I apologize, you know, when there's no sound, man. I don't know where it is. Everything is set up, guys. It's just StreamYard that plays about sometimes. And it affects my stream and other people's streams, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that goes through the sound issues either. I spend a lot of money on this equipment, man, just to bring you guys the best stream that I can, if you know what I mean.
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
So give me, Liverpool fans, what do you think of the jacket signing? Are you happy with that, or do you need more from Liverpool Football Club in regards to, you know, making signings today, just to help the squad? At the moment, obviously we're thin. We don't have what we need as a team that's competing for the top 4. Everybody knows that. But yeah, it's frustrating. It is frustrating. I don't think we've done enough in the transfer window. And, you know, signing for the future is good if the squad is in a healthy position. But it's not, you know what I mean? And I don't see that, FSG and Co are doing enough, in my opinion, to help us out with that. We've got to do more, man. We've got to do more. So if we miss out on the Champions League this season, this is Liverpool, by the way, guys, I'm speaking about. Who's to blame? Who's to blame for Liverpool missing out on the Champions League? Because the excuse everybody has is we bought a lot in the summer. You know what I mean? We've spent over $500 million on the team, and forgetting obviously we depleted the squad. You know what I mean? We didn't really improve the squad. We made it less players into a depth. The squad's got depth, and you can fight. You know what I mean, for the league and the other cups as well. So much so we got at the League Cup. If you know what I mean. So it's crazy the way things are happening at Liverpool Football Club, to be fair. But Arsenal. Let me move on to Arsenal. Currently, they're exploring Sandro Tonali because Moreno, I think, has a broken foot or something along those lines. So they there you go. That's a proper league. That's a proper team that wants to win things. They are willing to spend while they're still at the top. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about teams like that. They're not settling for second best. If you know what I mean, guys. It's crazy. We need to sack Arne Slot and a new head coach. Abdul, we do need a new head coach, bro. I'm not here saying to you we don't. We 100% need a new head coach. But unfortunately, as you saw at Anfield the other day, there's supporters out there that's still supporting this horrendous things that's happening at Liverpool at the moment. They got a banner out the other day, something along the lines, believe in Slot and all that. But many of us already have woken up from this coma. You know what I mean? That we was in the beginning of the season. It is what it is. So yeah, let me go to Dave OC or Cop. So let me show you what Man United have done in the last ditch, as they call it. As you can see, guys, there you go. Manchester United made a late attempt to sign Jeremy Jacquet ahead of Liverpool, which proved unsuccessful. Sky Sports Germany are reporting this. There you go, people. When Man United are trying things, I mean, they're willing to spend a lot of money to do that. So this is what they do, Man United. Just like Chelsea nowadays, they're willing to destroy a man's career with their stupidity, and as they did with what's that kid's name? The one with I forgot his name, man. Let me figure out his name. Leniaro? That's it, innit? Leniaro. Look what they did to him. What is he doing right now? Is he the one? Nah, not from what I can see. So yeah, Man United tried it, guys. They've tried it again. Same as what they did with Leniaro, trying to offer players a lot of money just to get them through the door. Scumbags, man. Absolute scumbags. Not for me, man. So let's listen to Mr. Goldbridge. He's talking about Liverpool signing Jacquet and Arsenal actually going for what's his name again? This Tony, yeah. Sandro Tonali. So let's share this with you. I'm here for a bit, guys. I'm not going anywhere. I've got no work today. So there you go, people.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge. Welcome to Deadline Day. It's all going off. Tonali to Arsenal. We'll talk about that in a moment. Surely not. But Liverpool, they're not signing Gertruda. That's what we were talking about yesterday. They might not buy anybody for the remaining part of the season, but they've made a major signing this morning. Jeremy Jacquet, the Rennes centre-back, the generational talent, the player that's going to be the next Saliba or whatever.
The Gertruda signing was something we needed, guys. You know what I mean? He's like an army Swiss knife. He's like a Joe Gomez, but with free of injury. I wish we really got that player because he would have helped us out in a centre-back position, in a full-back position, and a DM position as well. And he's good with the ball at the same time. So if we would have signed a player like Gertruda, it could have been something that could, get us back into the top four somehow, if you know what I mean. Because of the injuries that we have already. So now we're taking a risk without signing anybody, going to the latter stage of the season without that. That can cost us, as I said in the beginning of the stream, and that's what worries me the more we go further with the season as well.
Ever they get called nowadays. He is going to sign for Liverpool. He's flying into Liverpool today to do his medical. The deal is £55 million plus 5 million in add-ons, but it will be from the summer of 2026. Now, this is significant because this is a player that Chelsea were looking at, and I would have expected Chelsea to win that race because Chelsea tend to win transfer races, but Liverpool have expressed an interest and Liverpool have got the deal done. He will not sign until the summer, but it is a centre-back and it is a player of huge interest to many Premier League clubs, and I think you're looking at a very, very, very significant blow for Chelsea there. I think, look, but to be honest though, Chelsea, come on. When are you going to buy somebody with a bit of experience? I think that's surely your requirement.
Do you remember when I said that in Judge Bones' channel, and everybody had to go at me? I said the thing with Chelsea is, and they could actually do well in the Premier League if they had like a bit more experience, like a leadership of some sorts, and a proper goalkeeper. Sanchez is not the one, guys. Like Sanchez is like a David James in goal, and Liverpool fans remember David James in goal. Looks physically ready. He looks like, intimidating when you watch him, but he's prone to mistakes. Just mistakes merchant, and that's how I see Sanchez. I mean, come on, man. Like, this is not the quality Chelsea should be going for. If you know what I mean, they should be getting someone like they did in the past, like Petr Cech. The goalkeeper at Courtois at Real Madrid. These are the type of goalkeeper they used to get. They even try to hijack Alisson, you know what I mean, from the fingertips of Real Madrid and Liverpool at the time when all three teams were chasing Alisson. So I just don't get it. I just don't get it with Chelsea. Like, are they a selling club? Are they a development club? Because that's how I see them at the moment. They are developing players, but there's no ambition in regards to trying to challenge for the title like they used to have in the past. They spend so much money, over $1 billion on players, but what's the point if you're not going to be challenging for titles? It's weird, man. It's weird with Chelsea, to be fair, guys. I was right. I was right all along. I said the lack of experience will cost them at the end of the season, and it clearly shows at the moment. There's Sky Sports breaking news. I can see right now. It's about Arsenal, as I said earlier. Yeah. So basically, Arsenal are in talks with Newcastle over a possibility of signing Sandro Tonali. Listen, if they sign Sandro Tonali, man, we might as well just call it a day in the Champions League and the Premier League, man. He is special. Sandro Tonali is very special. I even want him at my football club. Let me just put it that way. I watched him the other day against Liverpool. I thought he was outstanding, man. And a player like that at Arsenal, not only for now, for the future as well, can be frightening. Let me just put it that way. But as I said many times, us and Man City sleeping on players and sleeping on Arsenal, it's not the way going forward, guys. Because the more Arsenal strengthen, the more it weakens the likes of Liverpool and Man City. And you saw Man City against Tottenham yesterday. Rubbish, man. Absolutely garbage. I could not believe what I was watching, guys. Honestly, like how Man City go 2 goals up and it ends up 2-2. Don't understand. We're going to talk about it as we go along as well. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, Tonali to Arsenal. It's breaking right now on Sky Sports. Arsenal are very much interested. This is not a fake news, if you know what I mean. They are exploring more options in midfield as they should. Don't get me wrong, as they should, because if you want to be the best team in the country, in the world, and you want to win all those trophies, the major trophies, which is the Champions League and the Premier League, you got to get the best. You got to get the best. You know what I mean? And Tonali, how old is he right now? He's about, I think he's 25. So he's still got time on his side. And, many people talk about the Italian players not succeeding in England. He has, I think. He's been phenomenal, I think, since he's been at Newcastle as well. They're saying there's no approach now. There's no approach from Arsenal of a potential deal for Tonali. It said that, but in Sky Sports Germany, they said there was approach Plattenberg, whatever his name is. That's what he said. Basically, there's an approach from Arsenal towards Tonali. Come on, man. We can't blame them. We can't blame Arsenal for going for him because I think he's fantastic, as I said many times. And so that's how it is. There is no approach. No. That's what it says on Sky Sports right now. They changed their minds from what they said earlier when they had Plattenberg on there. No deals. But, things can develop as the time goes on. A shock transfer can happen. You know what I mean? Angel Gomez from Marseille is going to, I think, Wolverhampton from what I've seen. So he's not getting enough games at Marseille. So he wants to get more game time. And then he's coming back to the Premier League, it looks like as well. That's another player. Yeah, there's something I saw from Rodri earlier, guys, in regards to him being annoyed at what happened versus Spurs. So let me share with you, which made me laugh. It actually made me laugh. What is this? Oh, it's Miguel. And he's sorry about the music, guys. I don't know what is going on. I'm looking through Twitter, and all of a sudden, Miguel comes on there with his music. There you go. Yeah, let me finish with obviously. Let me finish with Mr. Goldbridge, and then I'll come to what I was going to show you about Rodri, where he said.
You can't just keep buying people under 22. So, look, Xhaka will go to Liverpool. Could be quite an interesting move for Liverpool. They've acquired some young centre-backs. Will Konate be there in the summer? Would Xhaka start straight away? Van Dijk will be a year older. I feel like Liverpool probably do need to buy a little bit more experience at the back themselves, which is probably why they were looking at Mark Gehi. But I suppose the interesting thing from Liverpool fans is, are you happy with this deal? You've beaten Chelsea to a prospect, certainly a prospect, similar to what United did with Lenny Yoro, really. And what I would say about that is they're not ready to go. They make mistakes. They have to be nurtured. You've got to be patient with them. Liverpool are a football club that can do that, but it's not an instant come into your centre-back position.
It's not bad, is it? Thinking about it, guys, like if you got Jacket and Leone at the same time at Liverpool Football Club, the future looks bright. So you have replacements ready for the senior players, and they can learn under them while they're still there. I got a few messages about what I said about Salah and Van Dijk yesterday. I was honest about it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys, saying to you what I said was a mistake about them two leaving the youngsters to take over eventually. That's how football is. You can't keep players till they're 40 years old. You know what I mean? You got to move on. How do you maintain success? You refresh the squad, to levels of having younger players, not having older players and then, trying to win league titles when they're 35, 40. Come on, man. Like, you got to be serious. This is why I brought up, Liverpool of old. They were way ahead of their time, Shankly, Paisley and Fagan and Douglas, because they made sure they refreshed the squad for the next generation to maintain success. That's how you do things. All this stuff, nostalgia stuff, like keeping players around just because you love them, that's not the way of football. That's not the way of sport. You know what I mean? You wouldn't do that in your real life, if your business is falling apart, if you had a business, would you? You wouldn't keep the same old stuff, would you? You change it up. You freshen it up. That's what you do if things are not going according to plan. That's how it is. This is what I ask sometimes about, Liverpool fan base. Are they really interested in success, or are they here for nostalgic reasons? Keeping players because they love them and that's about it. That's not the way, man. Everybody moves on. Nobody stays in the same place forever, man. You know what I mean? So just wake up to that. This is why clubs don't maintain success continuously, because you keep holding on to things that's out of date. You don't drink the same milk when it's out of date, do you? You throw it away. That's how it is. I've always asked that question. Do people actually care about Liverpool Football Club? Because you're doing it for selfish reasons. You wouldn't do this in your real life if you had a business that's falling apart and the staff that's there that's not doing what they're supposed to do. So why are you holding on to things at Liverpool, but in your real life you wouldn't do things like that? That means you don't like Liverpool. That's the whole point. It's the truth. It's not just Liverpool, it's just every other club that holds on to old players. You got to move on, man. Not only that, for their sake as well, because if you keep them on, as you know how fans react towards players when they're not performing to the levels that you want them to, their legacy disappears. They'll be remembered for what bad things they've done rather than what good things they've done. Look at, for example, Graham Souness. After what he did at Liverpool, we haven't recovered for over 30 years. People still blame him for what happened at Liverpool. Not looking at, the club had issues before he arrived. It's crazy, man. I love Salah. I love Van Dijk. I'm not here trashing them guys, but I want to keep their legacy and I want my football club to prosper again. You know what I mean? To have success continuously. As I said yesterday to you, Keegan left, Dalglish came in. Ray Kennedy left, Ronnie Whelan, then John Barnes came in. Ian Rush left, Aldridge came in. I mean, Toshak left, Rush and Dalglish. You know what I mean? It happens, man. Toshak, Keegan left, Rush and Dalglish came through. Ian St. John and Roger Hunt, Keegan and Toshak. It happens, guys. That's how you maintain success. That's what we're forgetting at this football club. Unfortunately, the older fans remember that, but the younger ones don't, because they are resigned to loving players no matter what, even if they're not pulling, the numbers as they used to in the past. It's crazy, man. It's really, it's just frustrating, to be fair, guys. Honestly, just wake up, everybody, man.
And be brilliant. Unless you're lucky, it can happen, but you would expect that to be one for the future as well. And an expensive acquisition, however, Man United paid pretty much the same for Yoro as well. So it's a good signing. Lots of Premier League clubs were looking at him. It looked like he was going to go to Chelsea. He's going to sign for Liverpool. A big question really is that it for Liverpool? That's a big deal to do. They've beaten Chelsea in the last 24 hours. He's flying in today. But Liverpool were looking at right backs, and Gertruda, who we were talking about yesterday, that's fallen through. So he'll be staying at Sunderland. He won't be coming to Liverpool. So they need something. They've showed that they knew they needed a centre back at the start of the season. It was going to be Gahey. It fell through. They have a season where they've missed having a centre back signing. They've gone for a right back the day before the transfer deadline day because they need a right back. They haven't got one. Are they going to leave that gap there as well? Because, yes, Szoboszlai can play there, but arguably he's your best player this season. Are you going to keep him at right back when he's such an important player elsewhere? So I still suspect Liverpool will try and do something in the next few hours for the now to cover off the fact that they didn't get Gertruda yesterday. So keep your eye on Liverpool. Certainly, they've got one deal done for the summer in Jacquet from Rennes for £55 million. But I still think they'll probably try and do something in the next few hours of this deadline day.
Well, if they do, that's a master stroke, isn't it? If Liverpool get the player that they want, if it's like a centre back or something like that. So I can't see it, guys. I really can't see Liverpool signing anybody in this deadline in regards to the first team. Gertrude is the one that they wanted, but Sunderland wouldn't let him go. So Gertrude is the one that would have been suited to us, especially him working under Arne Slot in the past. But it just didn't materialize. So I don't know who else we can go out there and get, guys. But let me get to the comments, man. I don't want to be rude and see where we are, because there was no sound in the beginning, as always, It is what it is. Half of a cup of coffee. Oof, you know what I mean? Big up, Nems. What are you saying? You have the best streams. Oh, wow. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Didn't expect that, but thank you very much. Big up, bro. Very happy about Jeremy Jacquet signing. We need someone for now, though. Bro, I can't make any promises to you at the moment. It doesn't look like Liverpool, apart from the Gertrude, trying to sign Gertrude, sorry. It doesn't look like there's anyone else we're looking for, bro. It doesn't look like anyone else. Apart from Jacquet, obviously, who's coming at the end of the season. I just know my football club, we're not serious, bro. Real football clubs are serious in things, and they always get what they want. As I said about Arsenal, they've got that intention of getting players to succeed. Our club doesn't do that. Our club doesn't do that, man. Big up Barovian. What do you say, my brother? Fozi, you produce great content and everyone appreciates the hard work you put in. Oh, thank you, brother. Oh, you talking about what I was talking about earlier. I try, bro. I try. You know what I mean? I'm not, like I said, I don't believe I'm as good as, anybody else. I don't think I am. And I'm not saying that just because I want people to feel sorry for me. I know I've got my faults. Sometimes I come in here, I feel like I'm a crackhead, you know what I mean? I'm all over the place and all that stuff because I haven't had enough rest, you know what I mean? I do, like I said many times to you guys, I do 12 hours a shift a day. I go from days to nights and I don't have rest in between, basically, guys. That's my life, you know what I mean, for the last 12 years in the same job. So this is what I go through. And I wasn't always this thin. I look like thin now. If you look at my previous streams, I had a big head. I had weight. You know what I mean? It's killing me. It's killing me. But then again, guys, without work, you can't survive in life. And I went from a lazy person that didn't used to work to a person that sorted himself out financially and everything else by doing as hard as I can to get back to normality in life, if you know what I mean. So I wouldn't change, obviously, the life I have for anything at the moment, but the job is pretty hard, guys. It's very, very hard, man. The 12 hours, no rest in between, going 2 days and nights. Nah, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, man. And not only that, you eat a lot of rubbish as well at the same time. What are you saying? Hughes Slot, the players. Yeah. Listen, I don't want Van Dijk and Salah to leave now. You know what I mean? I want them obviously to stay probably another season to nurture the new ones that's taking over their position and then passing on. Do you get what I'm saying, guys? Like passing on the bat to those guys. It's like what Jurgen said, innit? It's what you leave behind that's important. It's not when you come in. And that's what I want our players to be like. And that's why I was disappointed with Salah when he came out and did what he did, like in the match reaction, when he just started blurbing out a lot of stuff. Salah did this to himself. Think about it this way, guys, yeah? We love Salah. A lot of people always push Salah down our throats, you know what I mean? Like we don't love him or something like that. You haven't seen him live? I watched him live millions of times, you know what I mean? So when if you look at last season, yeah, the reason I say this, he did this to himself, what he done this season, and that's why he's off form. He told Jamie Redknapp, Daniel Sturridge, and all those players what they did that season, which is him staying at the top and not coming back to defend. He said that, yeah? He said that. There's no one to blame other than him for that. That's why I'm hard on him, like compared to other Liverpool fans that just let him slide by for what he said. He said that. You got to keep your mouth shut and things like that. If you're getting away with something nobody knows about, you got to you can't tell people things like that. That's what he told Sturridge. That's what he told Jamie Redknapp, old Liverpool players. On Sky Sports, by the way, the last game of the season when we won the Premier League. He said, me and Arnie agreed for me to stay up there and not come back and defend. That's what he said. Imagine like the rivals, what they're thinking when you say things like that. So they're going to prepare for you next season. They're going to stay at the back and not push forward because you already blurped out what you're not supposed to say. Not only that, on top of that as well, you're getting 400k a week with a new contract, right? And then you got your players who are watching you saying this, who are earning less than you and doing more work for you to succeed as a striker at the same time to score all those goals and assists. You know what I mean? So you already got all those problems around you. Your own teammates are probably furious for what you just said because you're making them do double the work they're supposed to do. And you're blurbing it out on live TV that you've won the Premier League on your own by staying up there on your own. This is what I'm saying, guys. You don't say things like this. And then on top of that, he said something that pissed me off when he said about Firmino and Mane. This league is better than when I won it with Firmino and Mane because it's on my own. You didn't win the league on your own, brother. Alisson is there. Soboslai done all the running for you. You got the likes of Jota. You got the likes of Gravenberch and McAllister, Robertson as a left back, Trent as a right back, and Bradley You know what I mean? Konate at the back with Van Dijk. There's a lot of players that did a lot of work. Gakpo and Diaz as well. Don't forget about them too. So all this stuff, when you're talking about yourself, is something I don't like. I'm more of a team player. When you get egos into your football club loses focus. And that's what he did to our football club. We lost focus of reality after that last game of the season. Should have kept his mouth shut. Should have just got on with it. You know what I mean? And you know, helped his teammate out. New players coming next season. Florian Wirtz, Kirkes, Frimpong, Ekitike, Isak. What are you supposed to do when you're a senior player? You're supposed to look after these players, right? You're supposed to get them arm around the shoulder, pass on the bat to these people eventually so they could take over where you left. That's what you do as a leader. That's what you do when you love a football club. But he hasn't done that, has he, guys? Then that shows the lack of respect he has for Liverpool Football Club in regards to nurturing the next generation. If you look at Liverpool in the past, when I said to you guys, players come and go, that's what they did. Jimmy Case looked after Sammy Lee, and then he moved on. Sammy Lee came through, and then, you know, took off where Jimmy Case left. That's what happens. That's proper love and, you know, respect for that football club that you're at. Jurgen, when he left, before he left, what did he do? He reconstructed the team, got the team, different team from the team that we had before. New players, younger players, fresh players, full of energy. We won the league the season after, obviously. He left and we won the season after with Arne Slot. That's what you do, man. That's the proper, you know, love relationship between players, managers of a football club. That's what I'm saying, guys. And that's what angered me. You've already grasped yourself last season by announcing that you've been staying up there without any care of defending to the whole world. Do you think opponents don't prepare for that? Now look at you. You're nowhere near the goals that you scored last season. Come on, man. Gotta wake up to reality, guys. I'm not here giving you bullshits. I'm here for Liverpool Football Club because players come and go. Liverpool's still going to remain. So remember that, guys. I remember when Gerrard left. Oh, what are we going to do after Gerrard leaves? We're stuck. What happened? Jurgen came in. What happened after that? He reconstructed this football club from top to bottom, man. Top to bottom for 10 years and got us back to the Liverpool that we know right now. That's winning Premier Leagues. That's winning Champions Leagues. That everybody respected at one stage, saying they want to copy the motto of Liverpool Football Club. That's what Jurgen did. Everybody. Nobody was looking at Man City and Pep Guardiola spending money every single time to, you know, freshen up the squad. They were looking at Liverpool. How did Liverpool, with no money, compete with Man City? Hard work and grit, right? Players that's hungry, right? Not superstars. Not players they got full stomach. No, players that want to win. Players are willing to fight. Players that would run through a brick wall for the head coach, manager. Jurgen Klopp was man management style. That's what you need, like Jurgen. But nobody looks at that, man. Everybody just looks at they look at one person saying something. That's what I mean about the modern day fans, guys, like that. It's like an echo chamber in this place. One person says something, oh, I want Gerrard to be the next manager of Liverpool. You get about 50 million people talking about the same shit again. Gerrard is not a good manager, man. Allow that stuff. We're not at that stage at Liverpool either. I mean, what was it before? Oh, we need a left-sided centre-back that can play free at the back, can play on the left side. And then everybody started saying the same thing as well. They can play left back as well. Not looking at what Virgil is, right-footed centre-back that plays on the left. Look at the success we had with him like that. Maybe we need something similar to Virgil to help us out. I mean, to maintain that success, to retain that success. But nobody looks at that. It's just like one person says something, everybody just follows that. Think for yourself, man. Think about how you could get success again. Think about how can your football club fight for success instead of like thinking about what another person that doesn't know about anything about football. I explained to you guys last night what the issue free at the back causes. I said, you play free at the back. What do you do after that when people find you out? You can't maneuver anything because in front of that, you still need that double pivot. You still need that free role player and the two strikers. So what are you going to do when the three at the back doesn't work? You can't maneuver anything. With the four at the back, you can maneuver things. You could play three in front. You could play two in front. You could play one in front. You could play with wingers. You could play with inverted. You could do so much with the four at the back. But with the three, you don't. That's why a lot of great managers don't stay in clubs that long that play that formation. For example, Conte, how often does he last in a club when the ideas run out? Not long. Look at him now. He's not even in the Champions League anymore. I could have sworn they've got out the Champions League Napoli now. There you go, people. Come on, man. Gotta wake up, man. Gotta wake up. All this echo chambers, man. I'm sick and tired. One person, Steven Gerrard, and everybody just follows that nonsense. It's for nostalgic reasons. They miss Steven Gerrard. That's the whole point. They're not telling you that. They grew up on Steven Gerrard. Gerrard! 40 yards, you know what I mean? Stevie Gerrard. He passes from 40, wherever it was. He's big and he's effing hard, Steven Gerrard. That's what they want to see. Not knowing like he ain't that person anymore. He's a guy who sits in the studios now. No club like even like Wolverhampton willing to give him a job. Relax, man. Relax, people. We do this to ourselves. The issues that we have at our football club. We don't learn, man. We keep repeating the same mistakes. Sick of it, man.
Ridiculously, we've also heard that Arsenal are exploring a surprising deadline day move for Sandro Tonali. This is coming in from Plettigol, who is a Sky Sports Germany correspondent. He says it's very difficult at this stage as Newcastle have rejected an initial approach. Now, this is hot on the heels of Moreno basically being out for the season. I mean, Moreno is not similar to Tonali. Tonali's more of a holding midfielder. Moreno more of an attacking midfielder. So it doesn't really compute that that's a natural change. However, are we about to see something extraordinary in this transfer window? These deals can happen. And I'm sort of looking at the last day of the window and some people, Man United, are just going, well, be fine, typical. But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some movement in the last few hours of this window because look at, I was saying this on the United stand last night. Look at Aston Villa. I didn't realise losing to Brentford yesterday was bad for them. But when you look at their team, no Ollie Watkins, McGinn's out for a long time, Tillemans is out for a long time, Kamara's out for the season, Onana I think is only just coming back from an injury. The whole midfield gone. I mean, that probably ruins Villa's season. I know they brought Douglas Luiz in, but that probably derails Villa's season. Imagine Arsenal if they didn't have Odegaard, Rice and Zubimendi until mid-March or mid-April. It's huge. So yes. Teams probably need to be trying to do as much as they can within their remits because, well, look at Spurs yesterday. They had a lot of injuries as well. Look at Man City a couple of weeks ago. They had the whole back four out. So I do think that it's that time now where you've obviously left it late, but do you leave it completely or do you go, right, is there any deals that can be done? Because there are deals that can be done in the last 24 hours of a transfer window because clubs sort of think, well, maybe we will take the money. Maybe we will take the loan deal. So, look, I mean, this would be extraordinary. This would be incredible if we were to see a deal for Tonali going from Newcastle to Arsenal. He's one of Newcastle's best players. I just can't see it happening. I really can't see it happening because...
Well, it's not happening now, guys. You know what I mean? It looks like there was no approach. They changed their mind on it. At first, they said there was approach, and now they're saying there's no approach. It's weird with the Tonali thing, man. Arsenal exploring it. It's surprising that that's why he said move for. So now, this is Florian Plettenberg. That's why he said. Let me actually share that with you. Let me share this with you. This is what he said this morning, guys. There you go. Arsenal are exploring a surprising deadline move for Sandro Tonali. Very difficult at this stage as Newcastle have rejected an initial approach. There you go. So Newcastle have said no straight away. No, thank you very much. We don't want to, sell our player as they should really. Newcastle, they're the richest club in the world. You know what I mean? They don't really need that. I mean, it's going to destroy their season. Of course, they've got Champions League aspirations as well. So yeah. It looks like that's not going to go anywhere anytime soon, guys. Yeah, let me get to the comments. What are you saying, Barovian, man? Yeah, Jacket is good. Is a good signing, but we did need someone else in this window. Maybe we should have moved earlier for Gertruda. Yeah, 100%. Gertruda should have been something we did earlier. But guys, I don't know how much more I could tell you about our football club. I've come on here week after week after week telling you guys like the ambition of our football club ain't all there, man. It's not all there, man. Why is it always in the last minute we do things and then we fail? Because they were never interested in the first place. I mean, all this last minute thing is because we was never interested. Jacket, Luis Diaz, and all that stuff. Why did we go for them? Because other clubs were showing interest after us. So we had to do it quickly, as we did with the Tottenham and Diaz thing a few seasons ago. This is how it is with Liverpool, guys. Don't expect, when we go to the last minute of the transfer window, us getting anyone in. We don't really do that. Once I remember we succeeded, it was the Arthur guy. We've never seen him play for Liverpool. So this is what we do. We even go for players we don't really need and get them on loan. When do actual Liverpool do loans? When do we do loans? We don't do that shit. Yeah, man. They just better hope we don't really, come at the Champions League spots and all that stuff. They just better hope that, because if we do, I think the loyal Liverpool fans that's supporting, this regime, which is the hierarchies at Liverpool, will explode. I have a feeling, man. Because I see them, squeezy bum time on their chairs at the moment. Those people that's always in and around Liverpool, saying good things are happening when bad things are happening at the same time. Yeah, man. They just better hope we make the Champions League. Because if we don't, Lord of mercy, as Bernie Mac says, man. You know what I'm saying?
Lord have mercy. The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want.
There you go. Even the late great Bernie Mac knows it, mate. The late great Bernie Mac says it all. They're saying Jacket is a replacement for Konate. I don't see that. I don't see that. Sorry about that. I don't see that. For all you know, you never know. Like, he might end up, partnering him, Leone, and you got to listen. When you are successful, you need more than like 2 to 3 centre backs. You need at least 4, 5 at max. If you look at Liverpool's successful era under Jurgen Klopp, Lovren, Matip, Gomez, Van Dijk, that's 4. And then I think you had youngsters coming through at the same time as well. I mean, we still had that, other players that can play centre back positions from full back as well. So you do need a lot of centre backs. Look at Arsenal. I mean, they've got Calafiori, they've got Gabriel, Saliba, Henkape, Timber that can play centre back, Ben White that can play centre back. See, you do. They're copying Liverpool. That's what we used to have. Players that can play more than one position. We set the trend, man. If it wasn't for us, I don't think Arsenal and all these teams will be challenging for the title as they have been doing recently. Because I remember before Liverpool started challenging Man City, everybody gave up because of Man City's money. And Ferguson running away. That's it, man. We set the standards, man. We set the standards. So let me show you something this Rodri started talking about, and we could discuss it. I don't want to talk about Goldbridge, what you're saying. It's just got boring at the end. Can't be asked, man. I don't like, to continue with the Copper's suggestions. He's a Copper, man. And he's the biggest football YouTuber. I can't believe, man. Have we lost our minds, guys? We don't trust Coppers. We hate Coppers after what they did in Hillsborough. Why are we watching these fuckers on TV, man? Get rid of them, man.
They don't want us to win, but the referee has to be neutral. I don't know how to feel, honestly. Now I see the images in the pitch of goal. You cannot see. There's a clear foul in the first action of the goal. It's a clear foul, and VAR is for a reason. And these small details make the difference. We're trying to do our best. It's the first goal they score. Maybe they don't score a goal. We win the game. It's one game and another game and another game. And it's not possible. And honestly, I never speak about referees. I respect their job massively, but they have to pay attention to these things. He kicked the leg. It's so clear. It's so clear. He anticipated the leg of Mark, and it's a clear foul. But it's not today. It's just 2-3 games in a row, and I don't know why. Honestly, I know we won too much, and the people they don't want us to win, but the referee has to be neutral. And for me, honestly, it's not fair. It's not fair because we work so hard in these situations now to make this decision.
It's funny, isn't it, though? Like, he could cry all he wants, but when things were going, Man City's way, Everton away, handball, last minute of the game, penalty. You know what I mean? But, when things don't go their way, they come out like this. But when things were going with their way, did they did they say anything about it? No. So now Man City ain't the Man City that we used to see anymore, and they're not getting the decisions that they used to get anymore. This is what we're seeing from Rodri. Oh, mate, let me just tell you something, bro. Liverpool lost the league title by 1 point because of referees not giving the penalty they're supposed to give. I mean, we've seen a few incidences. Yeah. I remember there was a game against Leicester at home. We drew with Leicester, I think 1-1. Maguire took out Mane on the way to goal. Didn't even get a red card for that. And what happened? Mane scored a goal in that game. Who got the equalizer? The person that's supposed to get sent off, Maguire. And then what happened in the same game as well? Naby Keita was inside the penalty box. One of the defenders of Leicester took him out. What happened? He didn't give the penalty for that either. So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about your Premier League wins, Rodri. But yeah, it's kind of weird you're complaining about, what's happened to you right now. I could never remember you coming out in the old days. It's strange. Very, very strange.
That you have to move on, of course, but you need to come back by the end when everything is finished. You are frustrated because it's so clear the foul. He kicked the leg, and then, as of course, with the push of the action and the ball gets in. You have to pay attention to these little things. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult for everyone because this league is like this. It's about small details, and everything counts. So I think today is a very tough day for us in this sense.
As you say, everything does count. How damaging could this result be for the title race?
No, it's not damaging. Of course, we expect here to win, but we go farther from this. Of course, we wanted to win. We're still not gonna put the arms down. We're gonna keep fighting until the end because this is our identity. But the reality is we need to be fair in these situations. It's not just one because everyone can be a mistake. We all have mistakes. No worries about one. But when it's 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, as the manager says, because he's the guy in charge of saying these things, but now I'm the captain saying today, it's not possible. Honestly, it's not possible. And I'm not saying the level of referees here is bad. It's great, but we have to pay attention.
I didn't even know Rodri can speak English. You know what I mean? It's the first time I've ever heard him speak a lot. Wow. Keep going, Rodri.
Just because we work so hard to, these little actions not make the difference. It cannot make the difference. And today, unfortunately, did it.
Have you spoken to the referee? Have you had a response?
No, it's impossible. You cannot talk to them. It's not my aim to talk to them. But at the end, the years before, it's not my responsibility. Now I'm the captain. I want to say it today. We feel a bit upset with this.
Wow. I'm telling you guys, I've never heard Rodri speak before. I didn't even know he could speak perfect English like this. Strange. Very, very strange. When things go against you, you come out all of a sudden, start talking like this. Wow. Madness. So let's look at the transfers. Aston Villa have been busy, guys. Like, they've got a lot of injuries. It's crazy, like what they've got in the transfers at the moment. Obviously, Douglas Luiz has come back on loan. Tammy's come back as well to Aston Villa. Don't forget, he had a spell at Aston Villa before. Alisson from Germano. I don't know how to say that name. I'll allow that. Leon Bailey has come back from Roma. Wow. So they got a lot of... Marlon is gone to Roma. So Bailey come back. Marlon is gone the other way. That's crazy, man. Aston Villa, guys, if they still had Onana and Tielemans in that midfield, I think they would have done some damage. It's just the injuries that's cost them this season. If you look at the game at the Emirates with Arsenal versus them, I thought Onana was immense until he got off injured. I think they would have lost that game, Arsenal. I honestly do, because he was that dominant. With Arsenal, the only way you can beat Arsenal convincingly is for you to be dominant and bully them, basically. That's the only way you can do it. And they haven't I don't think a lot of teams have done that. If you look at how many games they lost? They lost to Liverpool, they lost to Aston Villa, and they lost to Man United. I'm sure there's only 3 they've lost. All those 3 games, how did they lose those games? Getting bullied. I mean, you look at the Man United win at the Emirates. How did they win? They bullied them. Same with Aston Villa at the Villa Park. Bullied them. Liverpool didn't expect, a defensive Arsenal to arrive at Anfield, but we bullied them as well. We played their game. That's what when we was on form, getting a 1-0 win with that free kick from, Soboslai. They didn't come. They didn't have that intentions to come to Liverpool and play football. They came with a negative attitude, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you can see Aston Villa, although they got a lot of injuries, but they got a lot of players back in, as you can see. And yesterday losing to Brentford with 10 men, yeah, that doesn't look good, guys. I didn't like what I saw there. For a team that's challenging for the league title, you got to win at home, especially against a team that's doing that. Come on, let's be realistic here. As you can see, Bournemouth as well. Ryan from Vasco. Don't know. So many obviously left for Man City. Christos Mandaz from Lazio, they got in. I don't know much about these players. I have no ideas, man. Solanke, there's another Solanke. Oof. Let's see what Brentford have got in. Foro from Club Brugge. Nunes out to Swansea. Nah, not many in from Brentford. Brighton. Pascal Gross from Dortmund. Obviously, in the beginning of the season, they got this one. He's back at Brighton. Recall from West Ham. Julio. Nah, not much for Brighton either. Yeah. They got Ward-Prowse from West Ham. I'm shocked about Ward-Prowse. I thought he was a good player. I can't believe he's dilly-dallying around everywhere now, man. I expected better from him. I'm keeping an eye on the TV just in case something comes up, guys. Don't worry, man. Breaking news, So Raheem Sterling has been released from Chelsea. How that kid's career, man. Goodness gracious me, man. Goodness gracious me, man. What a shame. What a shame. They ended the loan as well. Facundo. They ended that loan. There ain't that many stuff happening, man. They recalled, obviously, a few players. Not for me. And then you got Crystal Palace, of course. He gone to City. They got Johnson in from Tottenham. I'm shocked about Johnson, to be fair. I thought he'd be all right at Tottenham. I thought Thomas Frank likes these type of players. You know what I mean? Like Johnson, pacey, young. He got rid of him. They sold him, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. And you guys know about Mateta. He's having a medical at AC Milan at the moment, so he could be gone tonight, somewhere. He could be gone as well. Everything, I think they're done, aren't they? Oscar Bob. I'm shocked Oscar Bob is, at Fulham. I thought he was a potential for Man City. I thought there's something for the future. You know what I mean? Him and Haaland both being Norwegian. Shocking. Shocking he's gone. Adama Traore is gone to West Ham. Joined up with his former manager at Wolverhampton. There ain't that much action going on, man. From Fulham. Oh, so he's gone to... Okay. So Facundo is gone to Leeds. All right. Didn't know that. Look at us, man. What a joke, aren't we, man? We are an absolute joke. Absolute joke. We signed this youngster as well. Indai, I think that's how you say his name. Yeah, it is what it is. Owen Beck, loan, recall. So we called him back. James Norris is going out on loan. There's nothing happening at Liverpool, is it really? Look at Man City, man, reacting to, a league title straight away. Gehi, Semenyo, and Semenyo in. No wasting time. That's what I'm saying. That's a proper football club that was a challenge, man. Oh, man. Really, really disappointed with my football club. Yeah, smash the likes, man. Just going through obviously the transfers, guys, as I'm going along. Then I'll go to the Premier League after that as well. So please like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff. All the Man U squad. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Mark is the GOAT. Who's Mark, bro? There was a reason why David James was called Calamity James. I know that Barrovian. I mean, the guy was all over the place. I still can't forgive him in the Man United games, bro. I remember he used to concede some silly goals against Man United, giving them gifts, bro. Giving them gifts every single time. Liverpool could finish behind Chelsea, though. We are 6 and could easily be 5 plus points behind Chelsea and Man United. Oh, please don't do that to me, Trudon, please, man. You're the barrel of bad news, innit, Trudon? You always want to bring bad news to me, bro. And I hate that, man. I hate bad news. Bad news Barrett. That's what you are. People, if you don't know about bad news Barrett, I can't help you. It's WWE. You can see it right at the top of me here. Here, I do WWE as well. Arsenal can dominate for a couple of years. They are moving different. All they need is that winning mentality, bro. Once they get that winning mentality at that football club, it's going forward with that. That's how it is. Once those players taste winning, man, it's beautiful. They want to do more, especially at their age as well. Their average age, what is it, 24? There you go, bro. So they got 5 to 6 years. Big up Nems. Big up John Conway. Ekatike is class. I love Ekatike, man. His attitude this season just, made me, all the negatives that we have, guys, it made me like slightly happier because the way he performs game in and game out is a guy that's, here to do well at Liverpool Football Club. Even though rivals are urging Real Madrid to come and get him. They know what's to come from Ekatike, guys. They know the threat that's coming from Ekatike. So our rival fans are urging Real Madrid to come in for him and take him off our hands. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, isn't it? Sign him up to a new contract, man. Tonali Rodrigo says Tonali is not going to Arsenal. We will go we will go to Juventus he will go to Juventus in the summer. They are ready to bid big. I don't think Juventus are that type of club at the moment, bro. They've been struggling financially, haven't they, recently? So I don't know about that. Man City, Newcastle are going to ask for a lot of money, bro. Big up Victor, my guy. What do you say, man? And fuck Rodri. He should talk about his handball against Everton in February 2022. Remember that, bro? I think there's about 3 games to go. And he did that. Guess who was the VAR? Or the referee? I think he was the referee, actually. Portini was there. I think it's Portini and Marco Oliver, vice versa, which way you would go. It's crazy, isn't it? Big up everybody. Special likes and subscribe from Abdul, of course, my brother. Bonkers is in the house. Wow, I haven't seen you for a bit. I hope you're okay, my brother. My brother. Everton wanted Harry Wilson, question mark. Why would he go to Everton? Why? I mean, where's he going to play? They've got, a few players that already play in his position. That's regular first teamers. The question is, would you have Harry Wilson back? There you go. That's the question, Bonkers. We need to freshen things up and reinvest into the squad. We need young and talented future players. Club first, players come and go. I have no sympathy on players. That's the thing you need the most, my brother. That's what you need. You know what I'm talking about. That is what you need. You need to get rid of this attachment. That's why I've always said I'm not Player FC, I'm Liverpool FC. I'm here for Liverpool Football Club. You're here for Liverpool Football Club. What's good for Liverpool Football Club? That's what we're here for. And the sooner people realize that, the better for the football club, in my opinion, as well. Big up, Luke. What are you saying? I want Liverpool and City lose games. Wow. Okay, why? Have players injured. You're asking for too much, bro. Goodness gracious me. Asking for too much. And it's a bit harsh as well. I mean, you can't wish things out on players, my guy. Potential leaving in the future: Alisson, Van Dijk, Gomez, Konate, Ramsey, Robertson, Simicast, Endo, Elliott, Reece Williams, Besiktas, Salah. Sorry, Ikeza, Salah, Jones, Gakpo. We need to reinvest and reinforcements. I don't know if all of them are going to leave. You could say Gomez, potentially Salah in the summer, Simicast, yeah, Elliott and Reece Williams, yeah. Besiktas, I don't know. I don't know about Besiktas. Jones, don't know about that. Gakpo just signed a new contract. Don't know about that either. I want to lose, never come back. Liverpool and City. Bloody hell, Luke. You're on a mission, aren't you? You're a man on a mission. You're an Arsenal fan, I suppose. Injured players: Frimpong, Bradley, Gomez, Leone, Isak. Yeah, man. Well, we need them back as soon as possible, don't we, guys? We need them back, man. That's what we need. We need our players back. What am I looking at over here? I'm just looking at Twitter, seeing what's happening. Oh, damn. Don't kick the dog, bro. Might bite you back. Ah, man. Whenever I see Firmino on the screen, it just brings little, tears to my eyes, man. So I miss him. I miss Firmino. That smile, man. That infectious smile. What a player. What a guy. It's no one like Bobby, man. Miss his song as well. His song was so special. Nothing like Bobby Firmino, man. Bobby Firmino. Let's look through the chat. Also, potential leaving as well. McAllister. We'll have to wait and see, bro. I think him and Gravenberch are on the verge of new contracts. Let me just say that. What job do you do? I do security, bro. I'm in charge of a few buildings. I've been doing that for this month. It's going to be 12 years. Security jobs is the hardest job in the world. There you go, Abdul. At least you know, bro. Not many people know that. Title race is not over. Arsenal might bottle Arsenal might bottle it as usual. We'll see, bro. We'll see. It's only 73% said yes, and the title race is over. 27% said no. So we wait. We'll wait. We will wait. I know I sound a bit boring, but it is what it is, guys. So as you can see, this is Man City. Ortega is gone to Nottingham Forest. You guys remember him, Stefan Ortega, back up to Edison back in the day. Yeah, so he's gone to Nottingham Forest on loan. Man United, not much coming in really. Just a quiet January transfer window. Newcastle the same as well. I think they've done enough in the summer, but as you can see, with Nottingham Forest, they are making signings as they always do. Douglas Luiz arrived on loan, left, again went to Aston Villa this time, his old club. Yeah, nothing coming in for Nottingham Forest. Sunderland the same as well. Not much coming in. I'm looking at the news. Nothing breaking at the moment. It's the same as what we started with. And then you look at Tottenham, Conor Gallagher in the house from Atletico Madrid. Of course, they bought him. They didn't. It's not a loan or anything like that. There you go, man. Sosa. I don't know who the hell that is. From Santos. I'm assuming he's Brazilian. I mean, that's all they brought in Tottenham. I like Conor Gallagher. Like this kid. I think he's underrated. I mean, what I like about him is his energy in midfield. He's never give up attitude. I like that kind of thing. I mean, we had that with Henderson when Henderson was here. I don't think Conor Gallagher gets enough credit for, this is why, clubs like Atletico Madrid chase him, because they know what he gives. You know what I mean? So this is what you need, man. This is what you need at your football club. Energetic, full of running, player that gives it his all on the pitch. This one I'm shocked about. Paquetá, guys. Like, he's gone back to Athletic. So he's going back to Flamengo. It's crazy, guys. For about 36 million, I've seen. I think it was about 36 million pounds. It's crazy. Like, no European clubs were after him. So he's gone back to Brazil. Paquetá. Oof. Crazy, man. But they got in Adama Traore, who's been on the Fulham bench majority of his time over there. There you go. They got a few players in, but are they going to survive? I don't know. Wolverhampton, nothing so far, but Strand Larsen is going to be going to Crystal Palace, it looks like, since Mateta is going to AC Milan. Yeah, that's about it, really, guys. This is the transfers. You know what I mean? There ain't that much movements around. But last minute stuff might happen. You never know. You never know, innit? You never know. So let's look at the Premier League and just continue and prolong this stream some way, somehow. Because I'm enjoying myself. I know, like, it's not a busy Fozi today, but, you know, give you something to talk about in it. So as you can see, guys, this is the Premier League so far. What happened over the weekend? We've got one more game to go, which is later on tonight. Sunderland, I think, and Burnley. So Everton and Brighton and Everton 1-1. I was shocked when I saw this. Really? How did Brighton allow that at home? They don't do that stuff. That's crazy. They normally win at home. Yeah, it shocked me, man. That's for sure. It took me by surprise. There you go, people. Let me make it slightly bigger for you. And then you got this one, Leeds and Arsenal, Zubamendi, Madueke. Remember, people were complaining about Madueke, who actually replaced Saka. Saka got injured in the warm-up. So, yeah, Liverpool drew with Leeds, as I remember. But Arsenal won then. They went to Leeds and battered them. These were beating some teams, you know. These were giving hard games to other teams. Arsenal went down there and battered them, man. And then you got, you know, Gyökeres and Jesus scored in the 86 minutes. So both strikers have scored for them. Zubamendi, you know, that header he did when Madueke crossed it in. It's not bad, is it, guys? Thinking about it, you know, going away to Leeds, not an easy place to go, getting a result out there as well. That's what champions do. That's what champions do, man. You got to go to difficult grounds and get the points on the board, and that's what Arsenal's done. Listen, like, I know like everybody is questioning Arsenal's mentality as a football club in regards to the way that they play, which is not attractive. It's set piece FC. But if it's working for you before you had success, what's wrong with that? I don't understand why people are angry about that. Okay, we laugh about the set pieces, but I wish my club can do that. I wish, you know what I mean? I'm sure everybody wishes for that, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. But yeah, listen, if they win the league, they won it because they deserve it. It's not because they didn't deserve it. And look at the Bournemouth. I mean, depleted Bournemouth still beating teams, man. They went away to Wolverhampton and beat them 1-0 at half time, and then started and ended up winning 2-0. Not bad at all. Not bad at all with the depleted squad that they have. I was watching this game. It's a good game. Really liked it. West Ham went up 2-0, and then Chelsea came back and pegged them back 3-2. What I like about Chelsea, they started with a different team than usual in the first half, and then they changed it up in the second half and came back and beat West Ham. So, you know, Rafinha tried something to refresh the squad, but it didn't work out as it should. And all of a sudden, you know, he changed up in the second half. And as you can see, Pedro, Cucurella and Fernandes scored the goals to win the game. It's not a bad thing. You know, like some Chelsea fans are having a go at him, considering they were 2-0 down in the first half and all that stuff. But if you want to rest your team, the best way to do it is at home, because, you know, when you're at home, you still got that chance of getting back into the game. And that's what Chelsea did. You know what I mean? There you go. There you go, people. Of course, my football club, we won by 4-1 in the first 35 minutes. It was all Newcastle. They got the lead, you know what I mean, on the 36th minute. And all of a sudden, you know, Liverpool took over, especially Ekitike in the same half. So he scored 2 goals. Him and Florian Wirtz decided to start playing and probably chuck all the tactics out the window. And then they performed like that. There you go. Title race. Yeah, there you go, people. So sometimes, you know, the tactics, you could take it on board, but sometimes you got to throw it out the window if it's not working out. And that's what these players have done against Newcastle the other day. Because after the 35, 36 minutes, when we obviously started the second half, we just battered them, really. We absolutely battered them. Our season is over, and this season is a write-off. We need to rebuild, reinvest. I said reinvest, that's what you meant to say. And we are in a transition. We still need 3 centre backs, 1 left back, 1 defensive midfielder, box to box, of course, and 1 left winger and 1 right winger. You're asking for too much, Abdul. I don't think they're gonna go all out like that, bro. That's a lot of players, my guy. A lot of players. Considering what we signed, of course, this summer as well. Rodley English better than yours, Fozi. Oh, get lost, South Asian Scouser. He is. I can't even argue with that. I can't argue with that. Yeah, they're rubbish. Like they're rubbish. Luke, they are garbage. To be fair, man, this season, especially for the Man City that we know. You know what I mean? Like you're 2-0 up, then you push on the second half to win. That one half you was 2-0 up, then you push on, and they didn't do that. The other team caught them up, and all of a sudden, look what happened. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, so Liverpool won by 4 goals to 1, well deserved. Of course, Konate and Vert scored in the second half. Konate, of course, lost his father, and the way he spoke after the game, what he said was inspiring. You know what I mean, and special. He said, "I've got issues, obviously, off the pitch, but I've realized my team needed me, especially with the injuries that we have. So I decided to come back, even though my coach told me to stay. Take as long as you like off the pitch, and all that stuff." So yeah. I love the way he said it. Yeah, but that's Liverpool Football Club in a nutshell, guys. You know what I'm saying? And as we know, Aston Villa lost by 1-0. I guess 10 men for majority of the game. It's kind of weird. Very, very strange. Like, you can't lose at home. You just can't. You just can't lose at home. Man United were leading by 2 goals, and then Sunderland, pegged their back to 2-2, and then Tesco scored in the last minutes of the game. Damn you, man, you. Damn you. New manager bounce. Will it last? We'll have to wait and see. Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, 1-1. Obviously, Gibbs White scored in the first 5 minutes. They had Williams sent off. Sarr scored a penalty, of course, after that, and that's how it ended. Kind of strange, isn't it? And as we already know, 2-2, Solanke with that back heel finish. Wow. It's like a Giroud, isn't it? And Mkhitaryan for Man United, as I remember. They scored a back heel like that. Didn't think he was capable of it. Remember, Solanke used to play for Liverpool once. Jerky keeps on scoring as always. Semenyo still scoring since he arrived. There you go, man. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy how life is. So we're going to go and look at the Premier League table. Then, I don't want to bore you guys to death. I know you're getting bored. But something to do, innit? Something to do. Let me just check and refresh Twitter, see if there's anything happening over there. Nah, not much. Nothing. I saw something here. They're talking about Wharton. Nah, I don't see that happening anytime soon, man. We have to spend a lot of money on Adam Wharton, man, in order for him to arrive at Liverpool, to be fair, guys. A lot of money. And I don't see Liverpool doing the spending as they did last summer. Can't see that happening. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, that's the table. Where is it? There you go. Arsenal top of the league. Man City second. Aston Villa third. Man United fourth. Chelsea fifth. Liverpool sixth. Oh, man. Whenever I see that. Brentford, look at that, people. Even with that Thomas Frank, look where they are, man. 7th, 8th, Fulham. 9th, Everton. 10th, Newcastle. Sunderland 11th. Look at that. Tiny derby. There we go. And you got Bournemouth, got Brighton, Spurs. That's where they left off last season, isn't it? Crystal Palace, Leeds United, Nottingham Forest. 6 points separates West Ham and Nottingham Forest. Is West Ham capable of coming back from that? Yeah, they are, but you never know. And then you got the bottom 2, which is Burnley and Wolverhampton. I think them 2 are gone. They're not coming back from this. Hell no. Florian Plettenberg says he's a clown, bruv. You need to see his video reporting from outside Bayern Stadium when he thought some random black guy was Sadio Mane on TV, live TV. I remember that, bro. I remember that. How can I forget something like that? I will never forget that damn thing, man. Yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, guys, I don't want to keep going on. I don't want to like hold you guys up. I showed you the Premier League. I showed you the transfer so far. There ain't no breaking news or anything like that that's come up recently. Please do me a favor. If you're new, subscribe and like and all that good stuff. Appreciate everybody, what you guys done for me in the last 2 days. I could come back some point today in case something, dramatic happens in the transfer window. But yeah, don't know when I'm going to be on next after that. After today, I could be off for a while. So whatever you get off me, take it with both hands at the moment, man. Guys, thank you very much. Big up Bees and Toast. What he's saying, Rodri is right. He was fouled, to be fair. Yeah, he's right. Sorry, it's not Bees and Toast. It's Callum. You are right, bro. You are right what you're saying. But the thing is, like, he wasn't complaining about that when they were winning, was he? It is what it is, my guys. All right, people. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.